Hey everybody, Sacrifice90 here with an anniversary for you guys today, an anniversary video for you guys today. Just want to say that this movie came out, it's 25 years this year, later in around November, around Thanksgiving. That's where most movies pretty much tend to come out, is around Christmas time or early in the year. Sometimes during the summer, but this movie came out when I was 8 years old. And it was by far my second favorite movie of all time. The Rugrats in Paris movie. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I obviously have extra copies of it on DVD. I have the original DVD release and DVD release that I found at a thrift store, and then I also got the triple pack on DVD, brand new still. Well, not brand new from the store. Then I got the N64 game and Game Boy Color game. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I still have more copies I want to get. I want to get eventually a sealed copy of this and open it on my channel, and then possibly another sealed one just to have on my shelf, maybe. That's how much I really love this movie. And then eventually going to get the Blu-ray set, and I do have a digital set as well, but it's not my preferred way to watch this movie. I prefer the VHS tape, the DVD copy, just for the sake that, I don't know, it's more comforting to watch it on a device that you're supposed to put it in and watch it. Streaming's convenient, but it's not my favorite way to watch shows or movies. But anyway, this movie doesn't have that much I can nitpick at. The only thing I think of is that Kira and Kimmy did not get enough screen time. Personally, I love those characters. Kira is a very sweet and kind-hearted mother to Kimmy, and she also became a, stepmom to Chucky and the wife of Chaz, or Charles. Same thing. But pretty much, in my opinion, they should have had more scenes together, I think. But it was about Coco LaBouche trying to interrupt their relationship, because it seems like they were getting off to a good start for a while, and then Coco LaBouche wanted to use him to get pretty much ownership of the company she was working for, and the owner did not like that, obviously, towards the end of the movie, if you haven't seen this movie by yet, somehow, 25 years later. Worth watching yet, if you haven't seen it, and I've probably spoiled a little bit of it. It's a very simple story, but I really like the characters. The voice cast was perfect for Kira and Kimmy, in my opinion. The designs were perfect. The show itself, though, after it, when season 8 came with Kira and Kimmy, they did a pretty good amount of episodes with them, but then season 9 happened. Even though I liked season 9, they kind of changed how some of the characters portrayed themselves, it seems like. And as much as I do like the season, I think it has some really good episodes in it. Especially, which one was it? The Christmas one? The second Christmas special with them was really good. It just wasn't perfect of a season. It seemed like they kind of pushed Kira and Kimmy to the side a little bit more, and it kind of changed how Chaz is as well. They kind of made him more bumbling and kind of like, he is a scaredy cat in a way, but he's a lot more brave than what he was portrayed in season 9. It seemed like, anyway. Seasons 1 through, I'd say even up to the movie, they made Chaz more of like a protector of Chucky. Very, he is brave. He just gets scared, similar to how Chucky is, but he'll do anything for his son and for his friends and family. But it seemed like in season 9 they kind of made him more of a wimp, and it kind of made me a little bit upset as well. But I mean, the season itself was still fun and still interesting, but it just made things a little bit less interesting, especially when it's not hand-drawn animation. First season 1 through 8 were really well done in animation because they're hand-drawn, but season 9 I think was not. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. But anyways, going back to the movie, let's see. Pretty much Stu Pickles was summoned to go to work at Euro Reptar Land in Paris, and obviously everyone came along with, because the robot Reptar was, wasn't having malfunction. So they had to come fix it, and he brought along his friends, and that's how Kira and Chaz met. And Kira, it seemed like they could have done, like I said, more scenes with Chaz and Kira for the relationship, and same thing with Chaz and Kimmy. And so that way we can also see more scenes of Kira, more scenes with Chucky, so that way they can become, closer. Because that's what he wanted, it was a mom, and it was such a sad scene in the airplane scene where that song's playing. Everyone knows that song. If you see that movie, it's such a sad and touching song. You just feel so bad for him, because growing up I can kind of relate for my dad in a way, except for my dad was someone who he's alive, and I love him, but I also don't respect him for the sake of things that he's done personally in my life. But at this, mainly because I grew up without like having a dad figure in my life, besides obviously Jesus, and I thank Jesus every day for being there for me. Same thing with my mom. But this movie, it just brings up so many good memories. The animation was really well done. The voice cast was practically perfect. I didn't really have any issues with the voice cast. The music was great as well. There was music in this movie. The Chucky Chan song was absolutely one of my favorites. There's also the scenes of the sumo wrestler singing, and I didn't realize that that was Nigel Thornberry's voice. Why am I forgetting his name offhand? I know he played in Home Alone 2, but I'm forgetting names right at the moment. I forget his name. I do know who he is. I just can't remember the name offhand because when I'm on camera, my memory kind of fails me a bit. But I do know who he is. So, Tim Curry. Ha, got it. Tim Curry. I do remember his name now. He's absolutely hilarious in this movie too. He makes it in all 3 movies, surprisingly. He's in the first movie as the cameraman, and this one as the sumo wrestlers and singing of it. And then he was in the 3rd movie as Nigel Thornberry. But anyways. This movie was phenomenal. Great cast, great music. Even had the song "Who Let the Dogs Out." I remember that scene at the very end of the tape every time. So good. I don't know why they don't make like a special 4K movie of this version of this movie. Like at least the first 3 movies. Just make a 4K set. I'd buy it personally. But also, my personal opinion, they should do it in a special way, not just a straight up Blu-ray set like they did in the triple pack, where it's just upscaled picture and sound with a basic looking case. In my opinion, go all out. Make the case orange, make the disc have amazing artwork, go creative with it, like even like little inserts of it or something like that that is scenes, behind the scenes of the movie, the creation of the movie, the characters, whatever. I just want someone to do that for this movie. It deserves it, in my opinion. The first one deserved it too, but they didn't do it. But I think they should make right with that mistake and personally do that. And if they could ever re-release VHS tapes, I would be happy to buy another one. But yeah, it is an orange tape, and I watched this movie countless times, and it never gets old to me. I love this movie so much. I think it's worth watching. If you haven't seen it, you can find it very cheap. The VHS tape version used is maybe a couple dollars, maybe up to 10 at the highest for the quality of the case and everything. A sealed copy though is a little bit more up there, depending. For some reason, it's gotten up in price. It used to be around like 10 to 15 bucks new, but now it's kind of raising up to around 25 to 40 dollars new. And I'm going to try to eventually get one someday, a sealed copy, and open it on my channel and keep another one sealed on my shelf. Because that's how much I love this movie, and possibly the original movie as well someday. But this movie was so well done. I can't get enough of this movie. It just, in my opinion, should have been a little longer. More scenes with Kira and Chaz, and Kira and Chucky, and then Chaz with Kimmy. You know, just more scenes of them together to kind of get the relationship closer. And then Rugrats all grown up kind of ruined it. But anyway, but this movie was amazing. I think it's worth watching. If you have not watched it, like I said, you can watch it, find it very cheap online. Physical version I'd recommend. VHS version, DVD, Blu-ray, hopefully 4K someday. But tell me in the comments below what you guys are think about this video. Maybe they'll also do a vinyl record for the music. I hope they did it for the first one. I'm gonna have to get that someday. But anyway, see you guys next time, and God bless.